All right, so video's kind of sped up here at open. I felt like it was pretty obvious, we did have a sell signal at the beginning, kind of just using our liquidity zones here on the indicator. It's pretty simple. You actually do have the ability to toggle off some settings in the indicator. So if there's settings with the indicator, just click on like whatever works best for you. I have a different confluence of different items, which I feel like for me are very important here. You'll notice throughout the kind of the video, again, it's only 3 minutes. It's about a 30-minute session, but I was done within 9 minutes of making my money. Um, I'm checking different time frames and looking at structure. I'm pointing things out here in real time. Like, hey, we have a bear flag. Hey, we have a triple top here as well. Like, I just think it's very important and cognizant to understand, what you are looking at. If you also just look at the time frame as well, I'm on the fucking 1 second time frame. A lot of people make fun of that, but at the same time, I like to also highlight like how many people are profitable, right? You have to do what works best for you. I don't just use the 1 second time frame. I use the 5, 10, 15, 20 up to the daily just to see like kind of where we're heading. You'll see me scalping here in real time, and again, you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, well, why don't you hold? Why don't you just what?" You have to adapt like water. Obviously, if we're in futures and it's very volatile here, kind of at market open, and if you can tolerate that kind of volatility, you have to adapt like water. It doesn't matter if we hit my target all the way down here. It doesn't matter if the indicator says, "Hey, you're gonna go down here to 20,000. That's an $80,000 gain." You have to do what's best for you, and what's best for you and what's best for most people is locking in profits. You're never going to lose taking profits, but you're always going to lose taking no profits at all. And I think that's really the important thing we like to highlight to people. If you're not willing to adapt like water, and if you just want to basically hold for gold all the time, that's where you're blowing accounts. I don't think it's that difficult and that hard to just, again, wait for an entry, right? And you can't get every entry perfect, whether it's an indicator, whether it's yourself. But the purpose of building this indicator for people was to show that, if you are able to know some basic structure, you're able to identify and really do know your own ICT concepts, right? Because you have people that say, oh, well, I know ICT, but do you? Right? So when you kind of see all these different boxes and things highlighted, right? These are all ICT concepts. So if you can see this without it visually in front of you, congrats to you. Obviously, this indicator isn't for you. But if you're like, wait, maybe I can't see all these different things that we're seeing here on a 1 second time frame all the way up to the 4 hour and so forth, maybe just give it a try and give it, maybe more than a day or a weekend, where maybe you didn't have it figured out and you're on the wrong settings, right? Again, you have people that, like to just have the breaker blocks. You have to have people that just have the small risk to rewards on your wicks and belows, and that's perfectly fine. You can do all those different things. Again, uh, just kind of transitioning back, I'm just trying to talk as fast as I can. So the way I have it configured is you see those big order blocks, right? Those are inverse gap fills. So again, I mean, everything that I made within this indicator, it really is bulletproof. You can back test it, you can use it all you want. I would say if you're gonna back test it, be fair, right? So I mean, again, you see all these positions I took, undefeated, I believe. I can't see because it doesn't allow me to kind of zoom in on the screen and just recording kind of voiceover, but really there were no losses here. Again, roughly 9 minutes. I don't know what it says there. We made $3,000 just scalping, kind of using our liquidity zones, using different concepts, whether it's unicorn, we know structure as well, we know bull flags, we know bear flags, we know head and shoulders. The list goes on. But once you're able to really master and really understand what the concept is you are working with, you'll be profitable. And it's that simple. That's my strategy. Put in the work, you'll be profitable. Manage your risk, manage your rules. Hollow point out.